Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of A2O Outdoors. We've been running through some gear and techniques that we use. Recently, Turner has put out a video on his Bergara rifle setup that he's been using for nighttime coyote hunting, uh, and we wanted to run over the gun that we've been working on that I shoot. I have shot for a few years, but we've made some nice improvements, some neat improvements to a relatively inexpensive rifle uh, that has uh, increased its shootability and its effectiveness uh, very well. It's a very nice rifle uh, to use after we made these improvements. So this is a Ruger American Predator in 243. I know these are very popular rifles, mostly for the cost and the accuracy that uh, pretty much everybody gets out of them. But of course, this is what they look like when they come out of the box. Uh, during the season this year, we decided to make some improvements to this rifle, and this is the gun that I've been shooting um, for the latter part of the season. The first thing you'll notice was a major improvement for me is I put a thermal optic on it. I had been running night vision for a couple years and decided to get on board with the thermal optic. That this is a iRay Bolt uh, TL35. It's a 384 sensor. It's a really nice scope, and it serves our needs well for the ranges and the hunting that we do. But to the gun, did a couple things. The first thing I did that made it really nice. I changed the trigger spring out with M Carbo 2.5 pound trigger spring that they produce for the Ruger American. It's a really inexpensive upgrade. I know some people get into cutting coils off springs, but I really wanted to keep my factory spring in case I wanted to put it back in there with the factory poundage. So there's a couple good videos on how to put that in. Uh, Actually, that M Carbo produced, I believe, and it's super. It's a super valuable upgrade to make this Ruger uh, at least feel like a nicer trigger, a much more expensive trigger. The other thing that we did was added this bolt handle from Anarchy Outdoors. It's a huge improvement to the stock to the factory bolt handle. Gives you quite a bit more leverage when you're working this bolt. And that was one of my and other people that have these rifles. Uh, Probably biggest complaints is the bolt throw on this rifle and the little bitty bolt handle that comes on it. It's a little bitty round bolt handle that is it can be troublesome to work quickly. And probably the most well, obviously the most significant improvement that we added to this rifle was a chassis from Indian Creek Designs. I believe they're out of Idaho. There's a gentleman his name is Gary that produces these for Indian Creek Designs, uh, and it is a it is a super well constructed chassis, very affordable. I think it was around the $450 range. And really why I settled on this chassis, to be completely honest, as you can see, this is a left-handed um, model Ruger, and the chassis offerings for left-handed models are uh, very limited, almost non-existent. I think I found two or three, um, and several of those were significantly more expensive. Uh, and we're not necessarily doing long range precision shooting with these rifles. These are to kill coyotes at 300 yards or less. And this one does everything that I wanted out of it. It takes a standard AR stock and grip, which is super convenient. You can really customize it to whatever you want. These are both MDT units. I think this is the MDT carbine stock, and one of their grips, which was a super. This pistol grip is a super improvement, especially for me working off a tripod to accurately take shots and to control the gun. It's been a super improvement for me personally. And then one of the nicest features of this chassis is it has an Arca rail milled into the forend, which interfaces directly with the tripods that we use, and is a very stable method of mounting that we employ. So we use this gun for the last 2 months of the season. We got several kills recorded on it. The other improvement with this chassis that I did forget to mention real quick is it, instead of the factory magazine that comes with these Rugers, which is a 4-round magazine, I believe, and unless you change this mag well out, you can't change the style mag that you use in this gun. I don't believe. This rifle takes standard AI style mags for that most chassis take, but is a super improvement for me because you can get one that holds. I think this one's 10 rounds. This is a accurate mag, and that was a big deal for me, that because I did get into a few scenarios where 4 rounds just sometimes isn't enough, especially when you're hunting by yourself or you have multiple dogs that you gotta take care of. So yeah, we did get to record several kills with this setup over the latter half of the season, and I think we're going to include some of those on this video, and check out what this bolt can do. It is just a 384 sensor, but it has served us well, and it is a super good unit that we've settled on here. Other thing with this setup is some of the ammunition that we've been trying and running through it, and I've had, or I personally had, some problems. I'm no long range shooter. I'm no reloader. That's really not my game. I had some, and I love factory. I love high quality factory offerings that I can go to Cabela's or wherever and pick those up. So initially I was trying to shoot 58 grain Hornady Super Performance through this rifle, and I've had good luck with it in the past out of several guns, but for some reason I just could not get a good group out of this rifle. So with the ammunition shortage last year, all I could find towards the end of the season was some 95 grain Hornady Super Performance, and they shot phenomenal out of this rifle. But it's still a big bullet. I really like the VMAX on the VMAX bullet on the Coyotes. So I dropped down to a 75 grain Super Performance Hornady Super Performance with the VMAX bullet, and it's been absolutely deadly on coyotes. Uh, uh, great round, great offering that we've been using.
Woo woo! Woo!
So hopefully you enjoyed a few of those kill shots that we made over the last couple months. If you did, uh, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.